vibras? Cause we know the vibras. What is happening, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the You Know the Vibras podcast. You already know who it is. It's your boy Michael Carrasco. As always, I'm accompanied by my boy, the one and only Juan the Don. What's going on, my guy? What's going on?
Not much, man. Living day by day. Thank you guys for the support. I said this previously, but our last video, which was a interview that we had, you guys checked that out with Jordan Duffy, who did really good, and we appreciate you guys for the support, especially everybody from Salisbury. And if you're a new listener here, thank you guys, and we hope you stick with us throughout the whole podcast journey. But nothing new, man. Actually, I didn't get to talk about it since the last time. Some things were happening actually in Chicago. It was crazy. We had to deal with the air quality effects from the Canadian wildfires. So that was scary. I remember we talked about it, advising New York and people from New York to take care of themselves. And I was not expecting for us to have to deal with that, but we did, and it was wild, man. It was just like it just smelled like, it's smoke, so it just smelled like smoke outside, like it. And you see a lot of people with masks, so it brought back some nostalgia, some bad nostalgia.
Right,
that makes sense. And then after that, we got hit with like floods, like flash floods. It was crazy. So Chicago has been a bit hectic. This has been an interesting summer,
right?
But yeah, man, things are starting to get better, and just been enjoying the days and finally some good weather. And yeah, that's pretty much it, man. How about yourself?
Man, pretty much the same, man. Taking it day by day. Yeah, that's pretty much it, man. I haven't been doing nothing. Just dealing with some family stuff. But that's it. Apart from that, you're surviving, thriving, and trying to stay positive throughout everything.
Yes, sir, for sure.
Oh man, awkward pause.
No, I thought you were gonna say something.
I was gonna ask, how's the air quality been getting better out there in Chicago? And all
that was a while back. That was a couple weeks back. It's just we didn't get to talk about it. But yeah, things have been better. We just now we're like, how can I say this?
Back to normal, kind of.
Back to normal, yeah. But like now, I kind of feel bad for Chicago in a way, because, well, I'd say Earth, especially in the Chicago region, because like I said, the air quality, and then now like with July 4th, all the fireworks and stuff going on, so it's just like it's like, damn, we just got out of it, and then you polluted the air again, but it's whatever.
Yes, speaking of fireworks, have you watched that video that Mr. Beast put out? I think he spent like $600,000 on fireworks.
Yeah, that's the thing with YouTubers, man. And fireworks, like also AMP, Phantom, and Kai, and all those guys, blowing their house down, man.
Man,
you know what I mean? So
that's crazy. That is crazy. That is crazy. All right. So apart from that, man, today we have I would say, interesting talk.
I have a quote before we get into that.
Yes, let's get into the quote first. I was going to ask you that. He does have a quote today. Anonymous?
Nah, damn, we like sluggish, man. Let's get ready. Wake up, man. All right. No, it's not anonymous. It's from Corday, a rapper. Corday.
All right.
The quote, yeah. Oh yeah, from Maryland, actually. That's crazy. I didn't think about that. The quote says, "Competition is the best form of motivation." This quote kind of, makes sense with today's conversation. You'll see later. You probably already know by the title and the thumbnail. We're going to talk about later Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg's, clash, and where it's going to now and what we can expect, where it came from, and all of that. But yeah, so basically, stating that competition, in many aspects, it could work as motivation for many people. It could be in your work work environment. It could be in sports, it can be in a lot of different things. When you have competition, it kind of pushes you to be better, because if you don't, you know that someone's going to take the spot that you're in, or you know someone's going to get a better position or be in a better position due to you not, you know, competing with that other person. So in a way, competition, there's always been a saying that competition brings the best out of you. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
I feel like it makes sense. This quote really does make sense, and I definitely agree with it that competition should be, you know, a form of motivation for many people. Because with no competition, I feel like you should be worried in a way, because you kind of just like comfortable and just chilling, and then out of nowhere something could happen, and then you're like way behind. You know what I mean? So competition always keeps you on your game, and helps you find, you know, refine your craft, and you know, better yourself and stuff like that. So I definitely agree with that. And don't be afraid of competition. That's another thing I wanted to say. Don't shy away from competition. Face competition, you know, head on, and you know, become the better version of yourself within the competition, I'd say, and win it.
Yeah, 100%. Now I agree with you on that one, especially, you know, when it comes to, like, you know, for the younger guys, like, you know, playing sports and all that competition. I would say is crucial, because it pushes you to, okay, this person is doing this, I want to get better at it, type of thing. And when it also in the workplace, especially if you guys are in like a sales role, or a role where you get tracked by performance, I would say having like it doesn't necessarily have to be like a toxic competition. It could be like a friendly competition with like co-workers. Man, I'm
Hmm.
telling you, that will push your numbers high. And
Facts.
because you guys are always chasing each other, that's when I was in my previous position in retail. Man, just having that friendly competition, man, made us like the whole team better, just because we were chasing each other. We were trying to end the month better than one another, but it was friendly at the end of the way. But I do agree that competition can definitely be used as motivation 100%.
For sure. Yeah.
And that will lead into our talk today. So we want to be talking about the whole Mark Zuckerberg and Elon
Zuckerberg.
Musk.
Zuckerberg.
Zuckerberg.
Yeah.
Zuckerberg. There you go. Max Zuckerberg and Elon Musk, man. They've been having beef for a while now, and they're trying to settle it in a UFC ring.
Yeah. Yeah, so Dana White is actually friends with both of them, very good friends with
Mm-hmm.
both of them. And Dana White was discussing, you know, some people, so, a person that was interviewing him asked him if he would be down with the fight. And he said if both guys, well, actually, he said that both guys seem to be very adamant in the whole fighting thing,
Mm-hmm.
and they actually want to fight. So he said that it can be a real thing that could actually happen, considering that both guys both actually like have like beef for some reason. They
Right,
and
right.
he said they both are down to get in the octagon, which is crazy. Now you see Dana White rocking a Zuckerberg versus Musk shirt for the UFC. So it'll
Hey
be
man,
funny. It'll be good to see.
this is a whole level of, you know, clashes of the billionaires. I feel like
Yeah,
they need to have a undercard full of other billionaires that are willing to fight each other.
yeah, facts. That'd be crazy.
That would be UFC Clash of Billionaires.
Well, my
But
main
before,
thing is before you say that. Sorry, my main thing is
mhm.
why would they choose MMA? I mean, I think I've seen that Zuckerberg has prior experience or something, or he
Yeah, he does
trains
jiu-jitsu,
jujitsu, but I don't
and
know about Elon
he
Musk.
right, right. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not too sure about Elon Musk, but I know Zuckerberg has been doing jiu-jitsu
Zuckerberg.
for, man, I'm gonna butcher his last name. I'm just gonna call him Mark from now on. I know Mark.
Zuck,
I
just
know
call
my
him
boy
Zuck, man.
Mark.
Zuck.
Yeah, now my boy Mark. My boy Mark been doing some Brazilian jiu-jitsu. He actually won a white belt in one of his recent competitions. He won two events in the tournament. So I mean, right now I'm giving him the advantage because I don't know exactly what Elon been doing.
Mm. Interesting. I mean, yeah, we'll see. We'll see if they actually fall through with this. I think they will. Um, I
Hmm.
mean, they're gonna make a huge amount of money, obviously, but
Oh yeah, hundred
I feel like
percent,
everybody would
hundred
would
percent.
would pay to see that. You know what I mean? But it just keeps there's things that keep adding to the beef that we'll talk about
Right.
that I feel like they'll eventually get to that. But yeah, let's
Exactly.
talk about the origins of the beef, man.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So apparently everything started in 2016 when one of SpaceX rockets exploded with one of Facebook's satellites in it. Uh, yeah, that's kind of the origin of everything.
Hmm.
So one of the Facebook satellites was going up in one of the spaces. I believe it was the Falcon spaceship that was going up into
Mm-hmm.
space and deployed the satellite.
Mm-hmm.
But ended up exploding, and that's when kind of everything started. Apparently, Mark was a little bit upset that it didn't go as planned. And then you know how Elon responds to everything. He's a little saucy with his responses. So he was kind of making a joke out of it, and
Mm-hmm.
that's where everything escalated.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
And
I
then,
was looking into that. Yeah, that's crazy. Some people have been saying that they've been beefing for a very while back, like, and it goes further back than that. I heard that they always hated each other, like I'm seeing here, and that
hmm,
one top tech investor who knows both said that Zuckerberg was furious, like you said, when the whole SpaceX thing occurred. So him being furious, could make sense to why they would beef and stuff
right,
like that.
right,
I mean, and then now considering now, I feel like the beef, started to escalate a bit more um, after um, Elon Musk got into the social media world when he
right.
purchased Twitter.
Twitter, yeah. Yeah, no, that was definitely a thing where everything kind of like made it a little bit worse. But before that, they've been beefing for like the last I want to say like almost 10 years,
Mm-hmm.
because apparently they had beef about the whole AI's talk in 2017,
Mm-hmm.
and then in 2018 Elon Musk deleted the Tesla and SpaceX Facebook pages, and he said that he found Facebook a little unsettling.
Hmm.
Yeah, he said like when he tweeted it out, what did he say? He said this is not a political statement, and I didn't do this because someone dared me to do it. Just don't like Facebook gives me the willies. Sorry, that's what he tweeted when he deleted those pages. And that kind of led one thing to another, just adding fuel to the fire type of thing. And then I mean that was in 2020, and then in 2020 Elon Musk was encouraging people to delete the Facebook using
Wow.
hashtag delete Facebook. And then in
Wow.
2021 Elon Musk started tweeting memes linking Facebook to the Capitol riots,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and that kind of been slowly building up into this.
Yeah. Now that's crazy. And like you said, like the whole Facebook, him attacking Facebook, and I feel like that kind of started to tick Zuckerberg off more, and
Right,
and then like I said, I feel like the final straw was, well, at least towards Zuckerberg from Musk, was when he purchased Twitter and entered the social media um you know platform, and owning or
right,
whatever, CEO type of thing, which is crazy, and it also has influenced the conversation for today, um considering that there's a new app on the streets, from the likes of
hmm,
Mark Zuckerberg and Meta, um,
yep, yep.
Threads. Um,
Threads.
a lot
You
of
just put me on
people,
into it.
yeah, yeah, a lot of people are saying that this is a knockoff version of Twitter. A
Right,
lot of people are saying it's a better version of Twitter. So there's two sides. There's diehard, people from Twitter, and there's diehard people from Instagram. It's just a branch of Instagram on like a Twitter, influence, like
Platform,
similar
yeah.
platform, where you have to have Instagram to have Threads. First of all,
And
we're not
vice
sponsored.
versa.
We're not sponsored by this. It sounds like we are, but we're not. But yeah, so yeah, so
But
you
my
have to
boy
have
Mark,
yeah
the check.
facts. So yeah, so you have to have an Instagram profile. And so basically, you translate your username over. You start from 0 followers, and then you have to bring, build your following and stuff like that. But yes, it's very similar to Twitter. Same concept, same style. There are some things that aren't on Threads that you may notice. First one, surprisingly, there's no DMs.
Right, right.
Yeah, so this is something that has got mixed emotions. More people are happy that there's no DMs, because there's times a lot of people receive a lot of hate, or
Mm-hmm.
people are just get annoyed from a ton of DMs. And there's this thing I've seen, like some people talking about on Threads, where they were saying now you have to be bold and comment under my post to get my attention instead of DMing and
Right.
hiding. Also, a lot of this is a thing where how can I say this? Where people were trying to hide themselves from DMing someone, now they can't hide, like I mentioned. So it might prevent certain situations, if you know what I'm saying, because now you can't
Right,
hide.
right.
So yeah, so that might be a pro in some aspects as well. But yeah, this is something that a lot of people are really enjoying. I feel like a lot of people, I've seen a lot of good things about talking about Threads. I've seen a ton of people on the platform. Like there's all the big like figures are on there.
Yeah.
It's kind of interesting too how I don't know if you've noticed yet, but once you download the app or whatever, once you translate your stuff over to the app, your name or whatever, once you log in, you get like this unique jail inmate number. Like it's weird.
Oh yeah, I noticed that.
Under your Instagram, like in your Instagram
Mm-hmm.
itself, you have like this number, long number. So basically, what it is like when you sign up, that's the number. That's the number sign up you were, if that makes sense. Like
Gotcha.
the
Got
number,
kind
like
of like let's say if you are the 70th
yeah,
million user, it will show
yeah,
you the
yeah,
70th.
yeah,
That's pretty cool though.
yeah, exactly. So yeah, it's cool, man, but it's interesting as well. But but yeah, also the reasoning a lot of people have been upset with Twitter, and I was checking this. Zuckerberg is number one, by the way. He is
Right,
number one.
right.
Like literally, he's number
Of
one.
course.
Yeah, but yeah. So the reason a lot of people have been leaving Twitter, Elon Musk has been changing a ton of the original Twitter concepts and stuff that have been there
Mm-hmm.
for many years. But something that has been recent and has been seen, and we actually talked about this in the past, where we were talking
Right.
about the verification thing
Mm-hmm.
and the pros and cons about it. And now there's a huge con, which basically is Elon Musk is limiting, or I'd say Twitter is limiting the amount of posts you can see on a daily basis. So compared to if you are verified or you are on the Meta
Right,
subscription, not
right.
the Meta subscription, the Twitter
Twitter blue.
verification, Twitter Blue, um,
Mm-hmm.
you aren't impacted by that. You know what I'm saying? So
Right, yeah.
yeah, so basically it's like you either pay to see what you want to see, or you're
Or
not
you
gonna see
get
anything.
limited.
Yeah, you get limited. So
Right, because
now Zuckerberg just unlimited, which is something that in the past Twitter had, but now it's like, which now has
yeah, I
put
mean,
pressure on Musk.
yeah, I mean, when they released that part, apparently it's supposed to be only a temporary thing due to whatever reasons, something like security reasons or something like that.
Yeah,
But then again, it's like six. I think it was what, like 600 post limit.
I think
You go
500 or
through that and
600.
like, yeah, somewhere around there. You go through that in like an hour, especially because most people on Twitter are literally scrolling all day. It's like, oh, that's cool. Bam, bam, bam. Let me retweet this. Bam, bam, bam. Let me send this to this and that. In an hour, you go through 600 posts easily.
Right.
Especially if you get caught in the rabbit hole.
Nah, facts. So yeah, like that's a problem, man. And it's funny you brought up the retweet. I was looking. Yeah, because Threads has the whole, like I said, the whole concept where they have the retweet button. Their thing is called repost. So like how Instagram is repost and stuff like that. So they are, shifting over to like the similarities, but this has also brought a problem for Zuckerberg. Well, I'd say maybe a threat, not even a problem, where Elon Musk has the Twitter has threatened to hit Meta with a lawsuit over the Threads app. Yeah, this is on Wednesday. Let me see here. It says Twitter and Meta are locked in a tense legal standoff after the launch of Meta's new Twitter rival Threads. On Wednesday, employees of Meta, the company owned by tech Mark Zuckerberg, named Threads, was an instant hit with 30 million user signups in its first day. Twitter, in the form of an attorney representing the company, has since threatened Meta with a lawsuit, and they sent a letter to Zuckerberg accusing him of a trade secret theft and systematic willful and unlawful misappropriation of Twitter's trade secrets and other intellectual property. So yeah, basically it's him saying, Musk was saying that they have like a former Twitter employee in Meta now, and they're given the secrets of Twitter and how the whole thing works. And Zuckerberg responded to him, said, "No one on Threads' engineering team is a former Twitter employee. That's just not a thing." So also,
interesting. Yeah. So the beef continues, huh?
Yeah, the beef continues. And Elon Musk even said in a recent tweet, "Competition is fine. Cheating is not."
Right. Nah, yeah. I agree. But I mean, my main question is, I would say the only downside to Threads is that it's on a different app. Yeah. Although, like, you have Facebook and Instagram, like, yeah, we've been using both interchangeably, but now adding like a third app into the ecosystem is like, you could have combined this on Instagram, have a different tab.
That would have been dope.
That would have been my, like, because you will have two spaces. Okay, I want to see pictures only. I'll go to the feed. I want to see more conversational stuff. Okay, let me hit the Threads section of Instagram.
I agree. I agree with you. I agree with you.
I feel like that would have been the easiest way to put it out, especially for viewing it from a user perspective. Like, I barely go on social media as it is, but now having like a third, I was like, okay, that's another one that I get to add onto the list. Yeah, just so I'm being active.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, I mean, I think in a way, Meta and Mark Zuckerberg are doing too much in a way. I'm not saying I'm opposed to it because I downloaded the app and I'm on it. I'm not on it like I was on Twitter, but I'm still on it. It takes some adjustment, and adjusting to get it used to and stuff like that. But the thing is, like I said, I think he's doing too much because recently, like you said, or like we've seen, he added like that. This is a while back, like the thoughts thing, whatever the heck, like status update thing that you post, like where you write like a small sentence or something, and it shows up. You know what I'm talking about? Like in the
on the DMs.
Yeah, so there's
you can see
so there's that. You know what I mean? And then that's basically like what Twitter essentially is, where you speak your mind, or you know what I'm saying? Like you kind of have a wall of saying or things you say throughout the day. But I mean in that case it's different because it goes away. But yeah, when you said pictures, I mean, they still post pictures on this app, the Threads app. So it's kind of like a bit misleading because Instagram is known for just pictures. But now you do another app that's associated to Instagram, but there's pictures as well. So it's like, what really is this app? Is it really trying to be like Twitter? or is it something that's
right.
more inclined to Instagram users? So it's a bit misleading, man, I would say.
No, I agree with that part as well. I
So
agree
that
100%.
brings up a question.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you haven't been on the app, but based on what you see, what do you think the longevity of Threads, the new Threads app will be?
I
And if would it be
mean,
successful? I mean,
unless Twitter forgoes the whole limiting how many posts you can see a day. I can see Threads being successful, but only until that point. Just because a lot of people are already used to the ecosystem of Twitter, and especially if you already have a following on Twitter, you don't want to go through. Okay, I now have to go on this different app, have to
yeah.
set my presence all over again, redirect traffic from there, and all that good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I will give it. I mean, if I'm being honest, probably like a 50-50. Honestly, I would say only until Twitter lets go of that whole 600 posts a day limit.
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
feel that's when Threads is going to see is the effect of not having enough users, or if they really wanted to make it successful or make it like a big thing, incorporate it into the Instagram app. That would be my
Right.
my thoughts.
Right. Um, this is my point of view. I agree with you with the thing. If Twitter doesn't change their whole thing going on with the limiting per day, I think Threads will succeed. Now, the only bad thing I would say I see about Threads, I mean, exclude DMs. People would get over that. I feel
Hmm.
like, but
Right.
um, the one thing I would say was going to be a problem is that once you download the app, you're kind of screwed in a way. Why? Because you can't delete the app without deleting your Instagram app itself or your Instagram account. So
Right.
the only way you can delete your Threads account is by deleting your Instagram account. And to me, that's a problem. It's kind of
Right.
like they set you
Right.
up like, yeah, you're in here and
You ain't
your
going
account,
nowhere.
yeah, your account isn't going nowhere. I mean, you could delete it, but I mean, as long as you don't post anything, I feel like it wouldn't be a problem. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Right.
the Meta said you may deactivate your Threads profile at any time, but your Threads profile can only be deleted by deleting your Instagram account. That may give users a pause about adopting Threads. So that was separate. But yeah, so basically, like this person saying, like, yeah, that may be a problem because you can't delete it unless you delete your Instagram account. How do you feel about that?
Right. I mean, I'm kind of mad that you made me download it, like 30 minutes ago now. Now, but I mean, it's a smart little trick because it gives people were excited. I was like, oh, this new thing came out. Let me try it out. And now they're like, oh, if I want to delete my account, I gotta delete my Instagram. Nah. So it's kind of a smart play by Meta, because now but at the same time, they're kind of forcing users to be active on the platform.
Yeah, but if you think about it, in a way, it makes sense that you have to delete your Instagram
Right. Yeah.
because the
Because
username, the username.
exactly.
Yeah,
Right. Yeah. Now that makes sense. That makes sense.
yeah,
But it's I feel like it's navigating that little gray area where whether or not it's kind of like an ethical thing to do, unethical. But then again, when you download the app, it says Threads, a an Instagram company.
hmm
So it kind of makes
yeah.
sense that they did that.
You want to know something else that's surprising about Threads? There's no web interface,
So
so
it's
you
mobile
can.
only.
So yeah, mobile only. But they're working on a
Makes
web
sense.
version, and Twitter, has the web version. So,
The web version, yeah,
um,
makes sense. Makes
also,
sense.
I'm looking at a couple things here. They said you can't set Threads to view only posts from accounts you follow. I noticed that. They kind of see this. I don't know, man. Threads might not be too successful, bro. If they don't change. I mean, they're probably testing these things, but like it says, you don't only see what people you follow post. You see a bunch of like other stuff. I mean, I don't know. Twitter has been doing that recently as well. Like they have a for you and then they have a following tab now.
Right.
So it's
It's kind of like
either. So Threads is all in one. So they could throw like celebrities at you, and then people you follow. And like we said in the past, when we talked about Instagram, is Instagram losing its essence? So it's because I feel like you don't see any more the pictures and posts of people that you genuinely know, people that you follow, people that you known for years and stuff like that. You see only like people that these platforms prioritize, celebrities, athletes, stuff like that. So the people like it's starting to limit, more to seeing those things. And that makes you think, bro. It makes me think, at least. Is there a reason behind this? Do they not want us to bounce ideas or hear what others genuinely have to say, people that are in our same position? Or do they just want us to be blind and hear and see what the, huge people in power, whatever, have to say?
Right. I think it's so. I mean, because if it's all based on the algorithm, right? Like the more active that you are on a social media platform, the more your account is going to start popping up. But I feel they should have, like, I like the whole close friends on Instagram, where you'll see, like, let's say if somebody has you as their close friends, you'll see their content first, type of thing. But at the same time, man, it's a little tricky, I would say, because it's all on the algorithm. But I do feel they should prioritize the smallest. I would say, like, if there was a way for them to identify, let's say, if you guys been following each other for a long time, I feel the content from those accounts that been following each other for, let's say, a couple years should be prioritized on each other's feeds.
Mm-hmm.
Or if there was a way of like the algorithm figuring out, okay, these people know each other, type of thing, they should prioritize. Yeah. I feel like that's more of a technical answer.
Yeah. No, it's definitely, I feel like, technical. I don't know, man. There's things, like I say, in a way, it doesn't help Thread. It doesn't help Threads that it's so similar to Twitter. I guess in a way it does that, like, because the transition's easier, but in originality and stuff like that, I feel like people will get tired of it because, damn, this is just Twitter. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
now, I like the fact that you mentioned this, because this leads exactly into my next question. Do you think Meta is trying to essentially control the social media space?
Because
if you look at the numbers, Facebook is number one when it comes to the amount of users. It has 2.96 billion users. Then you have WhatsApp has 2 billion users. Same thing with IG. And now we have Threads with roughly around 70 million. So pull all together, they have almost 7 billion users altogether. Now, by then coming up with the whole Threads environment, if you think about it, that's a bigger threat for Twitter, especially since people are starting to migrate into Threads. And now, essentially, Meta will have on 4 of the largest social media spaces or platforms.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think, man, what you're saying is true. I think that they definitely are trying to take control of everything, because if you think about it, WhatsApp is, a messaging platform.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So they have that, you know what I'm saying? But that's mostly used amongst, let's say, foreigners, maybe. I don't know how to explain it.
Foreigners, yeah.
It's very unlikely.
People that have families in different countries and don't want to pay the long distance, all that stuff.
But there are Dominicans are guilty of this. I feel like you could be in the United States and you would call each other on WhatsApp or something or text someone.
You don't use a cell phone plan, man.
Yeah, like that, and that's crazy. That's very crazy.
But you pay $70 a month for a cell phone plan just to use WhatsApp. It makes sense.
But I think what you're saying though, I wanted to touch on that really quick, because when Elon Musk first took over Twitter, it was said that they lost about 32 million users after he took over. So now, say with Threads, I'm curious to see what the number's at now. So that just gives Meta more power, them having such a higher number. You feel me? So
right.
I think that's 100%. Something that's important to definitely consider as well.
Yeah, and I feel like all this would translate. This is where I see Threads thriving. This will all translate when the metaverse is fully up and running. This is where I see Threads being like a huge thing. Because now you have a platform within the metaverse, whole VR world, where you can use Threads as a way to communicate with people around you and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I feel that will be the way that will become very successful.
Yeah. Well, there was this thing that I was looking at. They're saying that there's privacy concerns about Threads. I don't know how true it is. But first off, they're saying that the app was put on hold in other countries. So like the European Union, they, since they have such strict data privacy laws, this kind of alarms you in a way.
Right.
Considering that they're on hold due to, them having, like, not Threads, but the other countries being so strict with, what we allow these apps to see.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? So that should be an alarming thing. It says right here, data collected on Threads app sources the Apple Store. They say health and fitness, financial information, contacts, browsing history, and location.
I mean, I see the location because every app that we download always asks us, "Do you want to allow location?"
Yeah,
that's when you say yes or no. But the financial stuff portion of it, that's the part that's like more alarming in a sense. So I don't want my financial stuff out there. Yeah. I'm gonna start putting my money under the mattress.
Nah, but yeah, man. I mean, to close down here the conversation, I definitely think there's always new apps that come out. You know what I'm saying? But in this case, the difference would be that it's a new app from a successful app. So it's like, it's very true. You know what I'm saying? It's like very hard to say that it's not going to last because they already kind of have the formula. You know what I mean? So we'll see. The only reason I don't think it will, in a way, if I do think it doesn't, is like I said, based on how similar it is to Twitter. So unless Twitter removes like the whole limiting or the whole Twitter Blue thing and the perks, and kind of pushing people like regular users to the side, then I think Twitter should be all right if they minimize that, because Twitter's Twitter. It's been like you said, the following, the people have Twitter and stuff like that. And there's one thing that I would say. This is super random, but we always talk about no, this is random because we talked about this on Never Famous when we were over there. Shout out to them. Twitter is just known to be this unfiltered like app, like where they don't limit users to anything.
You can see anything you want on there.
Right. And like nudity, like everything. Like it's very like there's no limits. You know what I'm saying?
Very true.
And also there were like certain like words and stuff you couldn't say previously, but Elon Musk had like cleaned the slate. But yeah, it's just been a platform where you could just do anything, right?
It's like an uncensored playground.
Uncensored, right? Exactly. So Threads, we have yet to see if they are that same, which I highly doubt. because you can't do that on Instagram and Facebook.
Instagram on Facebook. Yeah.
So that might be the huge problem that Threads might face.
That is very true.
Because people always were known to go to Twitter to vent, to say whatever they want, to show their dark side. You know what I mean? Like, so unless Threads, matches Twitter's energy, it's going to be very hard.
No, that is very true. That is very true.
It's going to be hard to take down Twitter.
I see. That's a big point. That's a big point.
Yeah.
That's a big point. But yeah, dude, for everybody listening, let us know what you guys think about Threads. Have you used it? Do you see it succeeding? Do you see Twitter going down? Let us know in the comment section below. If you're watching, if you're listening, make sure you guys let us know in the reviews. That way we know what you guys are thinking about this whole Thread situation.
Yes, sir.
And also, let us know who will win. Mark Zuckerberg or Elon Musk in the octagon. Let us know who your winner is.
No, facts. And yeah, for sure, let us know if you've downloaded, like you said, the app. Let us know your experiences on it. What do you think? Do you think it's going to be successful or not? Also, let us know, how do you feel about the conversations here? The Vibras, we're slowly approaching to 100 episodes really soon. That's nuts to think about. But yeah, so thank you guys for all of the support. Remember to share this video, like this video. If you're listening, like the audio, review something about it. We need to get our reviews and ratings up on the audio platform as well.
Yes, sir.
So yeah, make sure you guys continue to support us. If you're listening to this and you're one of the countries that are on hold for Threads, just know it's just like another Twitter. So you're not really missing out on
Twitter 2.0.
Yeah. But yeah, we'll see where this goes and the longevity of it, how far it takes it and stuff like that. But yeah, thank you guys for supporting. Thank you guys for, listening to us every Monday. And thank you guys for, sticking with us through the ups and downs. And, there's times where we don't really, aren't, how can I say this? We're not ecstatic and we're still putting out content. You know what I'm saying? And, we just hope that you guys appreciate that. Just know we are human. Things happen in life. And we still here giving you guys content each and every week. So, appreciate it. And just know, the Vibras is here to stay. And we're going to keep giving you guys more content every time. Right now, like we said, we're just dealing with virtual, consequences. But who knows? Mm-hmm. In the future, we might be back in person, which you guys like to see for some reason. I guess there's a lot of Michael moments in person and a lot of
hey, yo.
Yeah, but yeah, in the meantime,
Drink Wars, all that good stuff.
Yeah, in the meantime, remember, if you are new here, make sure you check out previous episodes. And yeah, let us know if there's anything you want us to hear, anything you want to hear from us, sorry. And anybody that you want to see on the platform, we're open to collabing. A lot of great reviews, like I said. A lot of people are saying, man, that was one of the greatest things I've heard. Like, interviews, great questions. And just to do that virtually, says a lot, because in person it would be even better. So thank you guys so much.
Agree.
So yeah, remember to hit that like button, comment, and as always, remember to subscribe. And let's vibe.
Let's vibe.
Peace. Follow us on Threads.